from what was, it was, I was going to say one of, but it was definitely the craziest coaster of a ride I have ever seen for opening day. One of the best Blue Jays games I've ever watched, ever, actually. We're going to break it all down here. It was nuts. A little bit of adjectives you guys want to use right now to describe what you just witnessed.
Insanity.
Understatement to call it crazy.
Okay.
Like, insane.
Okay.
I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Insanity.
Let's, I agree. I agree with all of those things that you just said. Let's set the stage right now. We're talking about one of the biggest comebacks that has ever happened on opening day, literally in the history of baseball. And it all started at the top of the first inning when our ace...
Yeah.
Whoa,
whoa.
All right, relax.
Yeah,
I understand. We're going to get to it. Relax. Our ace pitched for 1 out and gave up 3 runs. Thoughts on that happening?
I think that's pure, I'm still in spring training form.
Yep.
Like, look, like, spring training, like, happens so fast. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't ready for this. It kind of came so fast. One of the big points that I pointed out about Jose Barrios in spring training was that he was leaving shit over the plate.
Right.
And he kept leaving shit over the plate.
There was a lot of stuff
so
left over the plate.
he needs to get back into spring, not spring training form, but like regular season form, where he's finishing his pitches and not leaving over the plate.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing. So I'm not worried about that. Mm-hmm. What I'm more excited about is that the fact that we prevailed and we were able to come back.
And we will be getting to that very shortly. Thoughts on Barrios, Dylan?
I mean, yeah, like Adam said, I mean, it's spring training. Realistically, that is a spring training start if we have a normal offseason.
Yeah.
Like, without the lockout, that is a spring training start. I'm not worried. I think that will be his worst start ever as a J.
100%.
Well, it is honestly hard to get worse than that.
I just can't, like, for me, it's... Barrios got 1 out. Our bullpen pitched 8.2 innings, and we won the game.
We did.
Something I've never seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's insanity to be completely.
Now, I will say Barrios, he actually left the first inning, giving up 3 runs. We had Taylor Saucedo come in. 1 more run was given up. That was charged to Barrios, 4 earned runs. But we left the top of the first inning literally down 4 runs, guys. And then the damage didn't stop because the next inning, after we go 1-2-3, like literally our lineup was like 1, 2, 3. We were fast. We were 1, 2, 3. Our top 3 hitters, goodbye. They're gone. Sit down. They come out again, and Taylor Saucedo, even though he pretty much did the best that he could in the first inning, gives up 2 runs. And at that point, what are your thoughts going into it? 6-0 right now at 2 innings in.
Well, my thoughts were game's over.
Yeah.
I really did think I was trying to be optimistic for the live stream. Like I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, we're gonna win. Mm-hmm. But when we're down, especially like in the 4th, don't even look at the bottom half. When the 4th, when we're down 7-0, I'm like, okay, game's pretty much done.
7-0.
Any runs that we can get from here on out, bonus.
Right.
And we were talking beforehand. We're like, if we can score 3 in that bottom half.
In that 4th.
That's when I feel like we could probably have a chance to come back.
Yeah. And we did in fact do that, guys, for a few innings there. Because these 3 innings, first inning, second inning, third inning, the lineup goes 1, 2, 3, boom, bang, bob, sit down, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, you're gone.
It was 9 outs, all
9
through
outs,
1 through 9.
Order.
1 through 9.
The order. Yeah.
But, Dylan, what did you say?
I said once we get to our second time through, we're going to do some damage.
You damn fucking right.
I did.
And that is exactly what happened. And we were saying we need at least 3 runs back. We need to make this game 7-3 if we want any chance of this at all. And that is what happened. Looking at the scoring plays happening in the bottom of the 4th, Vladimir Guerrero single on a line drive that scored. Nice. George Springer, Bo Bichette moved over to second. Lourdes Gurriel grounds into a force out. However, Bo Bichette did score with runners on the corners. Alejandro Kirk on the sack fly, scoring Guerrero as well.
Yeah, that was clutch.
Yeah, dude.
I think Alejandro Kirk missed a few shots.
He could have had 2 home runs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There were two because he sent 2 balls to the warning track.
Yeah.
That sack fly was one of them. That looked really. He still got the sack fly. He still got the RBI.
Yeah.
And then the one that we saw later, we all stood up for. We thought that was going to be a guaranteed bump.
I thought it was second deck. I thought that was gone.
Yeah. So we're thinking we're on the Kirk train. We do believe that Alejandro Kirk's going to be having an incredible season.
Kirk
He looks good.
Kirk, based on what we've seen, is like he should be hitting bombs. He should be hitting base hits.
Yep.
He was just missing it there.
Yeah.
And that was told in that sack fly there. Like, he is so close.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's doubting Kirk, get off that
You know
train.
what, though? He's still, even, like, yeah, they're outs, but he still scored runs. He wasn't grounding out. He wasn't striking out.
Yeah.
He was producing.
Massive in those runners in scoring position. Like,
Yeah.
That is massive.
He was
what
producing.
He was producing.
Yeah.
And he's going to do that a lot. He looked great tonight. Like,
And-
I'm pumped.
And clearly that 4th inning was enough to then kind of motivate the boys because it was the 5th where we tie it up. And,
baby.
Yeah, literally.
That was huge.
Straight up.
Huge.
That brought me back.
Guerrero with another single to score.
I love
George
this
Springer.
man.
MVP.
And then Tio with an absolutely
Bomb
just
to Oppo Taco, baby.
so clutch home run.
Woo!
So clutch home run. And Teoscar Hernandez was struggling
He
in
was.
spring training.
He was
Yeah.
starting
But-
in spring training, but he showed up when the time mattered.
You damn
That's
right.
all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Tio Silver Slugger again. I think are we on
100%.
that? Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Tio,
No reason not to.
they showed sorry to cut you off, but they showed the comparison between him and Jose Bautista.
Yes.
And he is absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
And he could easily be Jose Bautista.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
agree.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, he's the leading favorite now for the Silver Slugger after what he did.
Oh, well, clearly.
literally picking up 3 RBIs to tie the Toronto Blue Jays 7-7. And then in the 6th, shit gets even crazier because 2 outs go by. And Danny Jansen had the game of his life. We're going to get
Danny
to him.
Jansen, baby.
Danny Jansen had the game of his life.
Don't get me started.
Danny Jansen gets on base, and what was a crazy move off the top, which we haven't touched on, but Biggio gets 1 AB. Santiago Espinal comes in to
Yes.
hit for Biggio. His first at-bat doesn't go as he'd hope, but his second at-bat showing what he's got, the power that everybody wants to see from him, hitting a double, scoring Danny Jansen, a 2-out rally, taking the lead. How are we feeling about Espinal and the Biggio split?
Dude, I wanted to say something about that. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, like, you're going to hurt Biggio's confidence. But, like, again, like what you said earlier, Nick, was like, if you tell these guys, like, look, this is a situation we're going to come up with. Like, that was a left-hander going to face Biggio.
Yeah.
If we're going to put in Espinal, who's a right-hander, against them, if you're going to tell these guys, look, I'm going to pinch hit you whenever the situation's right, then, you do it.
Like, it had
And
nothing to
worked.
do with the performance
No.
of your first AB.
It's
just like,
pure
this is the plan going
lefty
into it. This is what it is.
versus righty.
Yeah.
That's pure what it is. So,
Okay.
for me, it worked. We fucking saw it.
Yeah.
So, let's keep doing it. I love Espinal. I'm biased. I love him more than Biggio in
Right.
terms of hitting. So, let's keep doing it.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. Your thoughts, Dylan?
I'm a Biggio guy, and
Uh-huh.
I'm okay. Obviously, it worked out, so I'm okay with it. I think we're going to see the opposite as well.
Yeah.
Where Biggio will come in for Espinal.
Yeah.
And as
Yeah.
long as it's like that, I'm completely okay with it.
Totally.
To me, it is a smart decision. Like, you don't want the lefty on lefty, and clearly it worked out. So, yeah.
Exactly. And Espinal, the power concerns, he beefed up this offseason, guys, and that double was very nice. Scoring Danny Jansen, taking the lead. However, then we do lose the lead again, or at least we tie, Adam Simber delivers a home run, which I thought was kind of fluky to say the
Weird.
least.
Well, he gave up the
Weird.
home run.
He gave
yeah.
up the home run, which was a little bit of a fluky one, honestly, guys. Like, I didn't think it was going at all. I'm not worried about Simber at all. I mean, I don't think we need to touch on him. Like, I feel like he's going to
No,
be
he's
solid
fine.
regardless.
Fine.
You look good.
Yeah, he's
And
fine.
and I do want to say, just at the end here, talking about, like, you know, who did incredible. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. with an
Very good.
absolutely
Yep.
clutch freaking
Catch.
clutch.
Yep.
It was like an RBI double there to score Teoscar Hernandez.
Yep.
And then a little bit of a cherry on top, Danny Jansen
Danny.
with a box
Jansen,
score,
baby.
guys.
Danny.
Danny Jansen with a box score going 2 for 3 with a walk, getting an RBI and 2 runs as well. The absolute game of his
Dude.
life.
Is he
Dude.
elite? Is Danny Jansen elite?
This is like
question.
overreaction Monday right here. Yeah.
In 2022, Danny Jansen is elite.
I mean, so far he's the best Blue Jays hitter.
Yeah.
You could make an argument that so
Well,
far Danny
T.O.,
Jansen.
I'd say T.O. Just based on this game, T.O. I'd say.
I mean,
know, man.
maybe it's like Danny Jansen has a currently a 247 OPS right now. Like, he's pretty damn good, man. That was pretty nice. Also, big shout out here for the Canadian Group for the $9 donation.
Let's
You guys
go.
were awesome with the play-by-play. I don't have cable on Sportsnet now, so I literally can't watch any games.
Oh my
This is
God.
a fantastic substitute. Thank you so much.
man.
Thank you so much for the
Thank
donation.
you.
We really, really appreciate that. Danny Jansen breakout season incoming.
Absolutely.
Dude, honestly, I'm kind of like leaning, not just based on this performance, but like based on last year too.
Right.
If this guy can stay healthy and like he's owning the job, he's owning the job. We all can't deny that. If he leans into that and then hits like fucking 380 with like pop.
Yeah.
380?
No, sorry, 280. Sorry.
Oh my God!
I'm
I was
drunk.
like, if
I'm
he
drunk.
hits 380,
MVP?
Danny
Oh my
Jansen
God.
is the best catcher ever.
No, 280.
Yeah.
Yeah.
280 with
I've-
pop.
I've heard a lot about how hard Danny Jansen works at hitting.
Yes.
Like, online
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm really happy to see what we saw. He looked good in spring training too. So I don't think today's a fluke.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
In my opinion, I don't think there's any rush to get Gabriel Moreno up. From what we
No.
saw from both of the catchers
Yeah.
today, I'm
100%.
like, these bats, if they maintain
100%.
like this potential, it's like you got to stay in that
And I'm
lineup.
glad we
How
traded
many-
Wanky.
How many teams can say that they have two catchers in their like we have a catcher as their DH?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like that's pretty uncommon.
that's very uncommon.
Like-
that is very uncommon.
I
Very
think
uncommon.
Danny, like, here's the thing too, like, he wasn't fluky in his
Mhm.
at-bats. He looked solid. Danny Jansen looked really good today.
Yes.
His at-bats were extremely solid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not just biased because he won me money today. Danny Jansen looked, he looked really,
Dude,
really solid.
When Danny Jansen has no batting gloves on, this man can
Dude,
he does.
rake.
He
no,
does.
he's a Hall of
rake.
Famer. He's a
He's
Hall of Famer.
Famer.
When he doesn't have batting gloves, Danny Jansen's got the fire in his eyes without those
Yeah.
gloves.
Absolutely, and I know that a lot of people are going to be criticizing this, picking it apart bit by bit. Thoughts on Montoyo's use of the bullpen today,
Hey.
considering what went down with Barrios?
You had to do what you had to do. That's what I'm saying. Like you had to put in your shit assholes
Yep.
in the beginning.
Yep.
Right? That was your Saucedos. That was your Thornton. I hate Thornton.
Oh,
Y'all know I hate Thornton.
Yes,
But you
yes.
had to do it. But then as the game got serious, they gave you a chance. They gave you a chance.
Yeah,
They gave you a chance.
and then
Yeah.
and then the strategy shifted.
And then the strategy shifted to the elite guys. I like Garcia in the 8th. He should be a good guy. If we sign him, like, hey, man, if he can be a good guy for us, that's a great signing.
Yeah.
So for me, that was a great choice by Montoya. Nothing on him. Blue Jays, we're killing it. Let's go.
You agree?
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, like we don't like to see Thornton out there. Like no one likes
No.
to see it.
No.
But there's a reason you have him. It's
But
to
we're down 6 to
It's
nothing.
to
Down
eat,
6
it's to
to
eat innings when you're down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he ate some innings.
Yeah.
And he didn't give up that many runs. So, yeah.
I'm also like very interested about the roles that we saw today. Very
Yeah.
clearly, well, I think we knew this one coming in. Thornton and those guys, like they are down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jimmy Garcia, you're going to be up there. Adam Simber, you might be in that Holtz conversation as well. Like that's kind of what we're looking at right there. Be interesting to see what he does with Meza, with Trevor Richards when they take their opportunity. We will probably see them tomorrow, depending on how the game script goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy with how everybody pitched in the bullpen today.
Yeah.
Like they did not lose us this game.
No.
If anyone
Right.
was going to lose us this game, it was Jose Barrios,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we saved him.
and we said
We picked our teammate up, man. I know a lot of people, like when we were live, we're like, oh, but Barrios. We're all focused on Barrios. We cannot focus on Barrios.
Yeah.
He's going to be a good pitcher in the MLB. Do not let this performance change your opinion on Jose Barrios. He's going to be a good pitcher. Let's see what he does against the New York Yankees in that series. Let's move on. Kevin Gausman is tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's
That's
going to kick
exciting.
ass. It's going to be very exciting.
absolutely. I mean, he already is a good pitcher. People were picking Barrios to win the Cy Young. Like, he's a Cy Young. Like, people have been like, oh, he could win the Cy. So
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
whatever. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
But going back to your point there, I think Garcia, Richards, Meza, and Simber are going to be our kind of like 4 guys who we use in those 7-8 innings.
yeah,
I think those are like the group of 4 that we can really count on in high leverage.
yeah.
And I think, yeah, I like what we saw tonight. I mean, feel better than last year about our bullpen. That
I
is
would
for
agree.
damn sure.
Yeah,
I would
I
agree.
agree, boys.
Literally.
Right.
So that was the craziest opening day, literally
100%.
ever, guys. Texas put up way more of a fight than I thought that they would, and game respects game. So
Game
GG.
respects
And
game.
if this is like literally an indicator of what is to come in the next 2 games, like holy mother of God, I might be in the hospital by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Yeah. Literally.
My heart. I'm gonna have a heart attack, boys.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. But just insane game. Thank you to everybody for tuning in with us today. It was lovely to see you there. We will be live again tomorrow on YouTube with a preview with the game and with the post game as well. So be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, hit that like and subscribe button. And comment down below, like, where does this rank to you as far as like just games in general?
Just pure
Because,
games. That was
like,
an amazing game.
This is pretty top tier for me.
Yeah,
Like, this is
yeah,
top 5
yeah.
Blue Jays game I've probably ever
Yeah,
seen in my
easily.
life. So,
Easily.
wow, I'm glad to share that with you guys, with all you guys as well.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Hey.